Well, happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Dirt Guy Drive Time, the show where I drive home from work. It's like a variety show, actually, is what it is. You never know what I'm going to talk about. I never know what I'm going to... Well, sometimes I know what I'm going to talk about. For instance, today, I think I know what I'm going to talk about. Well, I'm glad we covered all that. Today is Wednesday, September 12th. Haha, I was going to say July, huh? September 12th. In the year of our Lord, 2019. Almost 2020. Can you imagine that? I can't. So, again, on the way home, yada yada, covered all that. Oh, work update. So I got to start my day today by getting into a screaming match with my scaffolding contractor. Oh my God. It goes like this. The guy, in his contract, he's supposed to put up fall protection. Scaffolding that's got a railing around it, so when people are working on top of the first floor, which is, I guess, the second floor, frankly, when they're working up there, they fall off, they land on the scaffolding, nobody dies, everyone goes home alive. That is in his contract. We're paying him for that. We paid him extra for this little service, people. And so what's happening? Well, here's what's happening. Got the entire second floor framed out as of today, boom, on the big set of hotels. Get her done. And he still ain't done with the fall protection. the fall protection just for the second floor. Which means they build about 80% of the job without fall protection. And luckily nobody died. Well, it gets better. The Holiday Inn Hotel, the smaller one, they started framing yesterday, got a lot of walls up today, zippity-doo-dah in fall protection. So the framers every day are at their own peril, and I could probably go to prison at any moment once OSHA finds out this gross violation of code of safe practices. How did I get into this deal? So last week I sent him an email going, hey dude, what's up? Get her done. And a couple of phone calls, and he didn't answer any of it. So I told my general superintendent, the guy's a tool, not responding, and he's not doing what we're paying him to do. Well, my general superintendent lit him up. And suddenly the guy showed up, and he had like one more guy. He added one guy to the deal. It was amazing. So he went from 3 guys to 4 guys. Oh, that was pretty strong. But then there was a piece of scaffolding he put up in error, scaffolding in error, and he agreed to take it down so we could keep working in the area, and it's still not down. It was like a week ago. So I called him today, and he didn't answer, but then he called me back. Whoa, that was awesome. He never calls me back. I couldn't leave a voicemail because his voicemail box was full. Little sidebar, if you call a subcontractor and their voicemail box is full, they're having problems, period. That means they're getting so many calls from so many people bitching about them, and they're ignoring the phone calls. So that just put me a little worried a little bit. Anyway, he called me. He goes, hey, what do you need? I said, I need the scaffolding down where you said you take it down. Well, apparently that's all I needed to hear, because he exploded into a ballistic tirade about how he's getting screwed, and the email I sent last week was bullshit, and yada, 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 yada. And I'm trying to calm him down. Now, you know how I operate, right? I try to calm you down, until it's time to put out a fire with a bomb. And that's what I ended up having to do. Hello, Mr. Policeman. He didn't even see me. Put out a fire with a bomb. So I went, grabbed a hold of him and pushed him back down. And ended the conversation with saying, hey, listen, dude. If we're going to continue to work together, then we got to figure something out. You can't keep yelling at me on the fucking phone. All right? I've gone out of my way. I will continue to go out of my way to do everything I can to make your crews work more efficiently. But you got to play ball, bro. Come on now. One hand washes another. At least where I'm from. Oh, you like that accent? More about that in a minute. So, since then, the guys sent me like 4 emails. Either complaining about things not being ready for him, or telling me that even though I'm an asshole, he's going to do what I want him to do. So I don't even know. Whatever. Look, bottom line, we're paying you to do something. I just want you to do it. That's all. I don't even care other than that. What the hell? So I started my day with that, and I ended my day with this. Now, I just told you my framers just finished framing the second floor of my big hotel. They ripped chicken putting up walls, bro. It took them 2 weeks to put all these walls up. It was an amazing effort. Plus, they started putting the walls up on the other hotel. Boom, that's what I'm talking about. They rock. Today we had the inspector come by to walk the first floor and check everything out so we could close the walls. Because until I close the walls, I can't build the third floor. That's just the way it works. It's structural stress and shear kind of thing. You probably don't understand. It's probably over your head. It's over my head, frankly. But anyway, don't tell anybody I said that. So he walks the floor, and it turns out my framers suck. He didn't pass us. He even said we wasted his time. I've been on like 30 inspections with this inspector. He's never told me I've wasted his time. There's so much hardware missing and so many deficiencies. I don't know how to tell my boss this. I thought they were done. Anyway, that's how I ended that thing on the week. Not really going home pumped up. Going home ready to pop some tops and get my drink on. That's what I'm saying. Get your drink on is a southern term that we'll be covering in just a moment, y'all. So there's that. But this is the Friday wrap-up edition, right? So what are we doing this weekend? Well, here's the deal. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to do a live TraxMac episode. Yep, I'm going to do a how to get your mojo back. What if you're burnt out on your hobby? Your modeling hobby, you're like, it sucks. It's not fun anymore. It's stressful. I don't like what I'm doing. Well, you know, we're in the hobby for a reason. And when your hobby is becoming the booby, I don't even know what that meant. Yeah, you got to fix it. Because you need your hobby, bro. You need it. You need the hobby. You know what I'm saying? I need the hobby. And I just went through a Get My Mojo Back rehab myself. I think I can help you out. If you're into that, watch the show tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific on the TraxMac channel. Boom, boom, boom. Gonna work on the railroad this weekend. Gonna finish an MRVP episode, Model Railroader Video Plus. A little butthurt by MRVP, by the way. They put out a video I made as part of a challenge with a bunch of other modelers, and I gave them a finished version, and then of course I gave them all my clips. They recut my video. Who the hell does that? I felt like I made a masterpiece, and then they turned it. It's like a masterpiece at like Cordon Bleu, the restaurant, 5 stars, and they just hacked it up and served it at McDonald's. That's how I felt about it. Now, it's their content, and they get to do whatever they want. I'm trying to get over that, but I'm kind of butthurt about it. Anyway, there's that. But 2 final things, I'm going to wrap this up. One of the thing is, I got a news update, a Future for Steve and Cindy Brown update. Part of that update, I just want you to stick around for it. Don't go anywhere, son of a gun. Where was I? Oh, you know, I've got this religion. My core belief is to put good into the world, right? Treat your neighbors the way you want to be treated. Love God. Love others. Blah, blah, blah. That's what I strive to do in my daily life. Encourage people, leave a positive mark on this world once I'm called home to the great by and by. That sort of thing. You understand me? Well, it's really freaking hard to do when all I'm surrounded by is pine code wielding jackholes. Like the guy I had to yell at today. How am I going to put good into the world during that scenario? An inspector who originally said, yep, close the walls, and then said, you know, I don't think you should close the walls. Well, good thing we didn't start doing it, Jackhole. How am I supposed to put good out into the world? How am I supposed to put good out into the world when I'm trying to get on one freeway and I wait in line like a good citizen, and then some jackhole at the very end drives by a mile of stop traffic and goes bloop and tries to get in ahead of me. Wait in line, jackhole, like everybody else does. How are you supposed to continually have that upbeat, get her done attitude? How many times can you get slapped in the face before you get to slap somebody back? There's old turn the other cheek. When somebody strikes you on one cheek, turn the other cheek to them. All right, so after I've turned the second cheek and you slap me again, I got no cheeks left. Well, there's my butt cheeks, I guess. There, take that. I turn my butt cheek and fart. I think one of my subscribers said that in a comment, which I totally down with that. Anyway, I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't know how to continue putting good out into the world when I'm being pelted by stones made of whatever bad stuff happens. All right, anyway. So the news update for the Queen of Everything and myself. We live in California. And we just moved into our new dream home December 8th. Changing lanes late in the broadcast. Just moved into it, and I'm building a model railroad that I am saying is going to be in that hobby room for 20 years. What is that? Or not. Because now we are so sick of California traffic, California taxes, California cost of living. We're done with it. And we love the specter of moving to the Midwest or the South. So here's the deal. About 8 years ago, Cindy Brown, the queen of everything, set her sights on Eastvale, California. And for a great deal of time was looking at homes and stuff and all that, and spent 8 years until we finally decided to move. Boom, we moved. Love our house. Love where we live, this rural kind of area. Hate everything around it. So now she's on a mission, and we have a goal. All right? You're going to hear it here first on this show. I almost said Track Smack. On Your Guy Drive Time. That we are going to be joining the ranks of all you people back east somewhere. Yep, got our sights set on Tennessee, y'all. Someplace outside Nashville, Tennessee. Do you know how many states are right around Tennessee? There's South Carolina, there's Alabama, there's Georgia, there's Uzbekistan. It's all right there by Tennessee, plus there's Nashville, yo, the Grand Ole Opry. So now I have a problem. And then I'm building this giant model railroad, and at some point, I'm gonna have to move it in about 5 years. We decided when my truck is paid off, which is about 3-something years from now, we could sell our house, relocate to Tennessee, buy a house cash, and have money left over. Cindy Brown can work part-time. I work full-time as a super-duperintendent in Tennessee. So look for that coming. Another move. In about 5 years, whatever. So anyway, I said a lot. It's Friday. I'm stoked about the weekend. Stoked I'm not going to be at work over the weekend. I hope you have an awesome weekend. Make sure to get your drink on, yo. They don't say yo in the Midwest. I'll work on that. And until I see you again on Monday for another Dirt Guy Drive Time episode, I'm going to cut off this little car and say, I'll talk to you later.